tell you about Legend Seeker and how you can support its development while getting some awesome perks. By subscribing to our Legendary tier on YouTube or becoming a paid member on our Discord or Patreon, you'll get early access to all Legend Seeker lore and mechanics. This means you'll be among the first to dive into the world of Legend Seeker and give direct feedback that will help shape the game. But that's not all. Supporters will also be the first to playtest the system and will get exclusive invites to private streams where we discuss the game in detail. Your input will play a huge role in making Legend Seeker the best that it can be. Now, for those of you who love watching our tabletop role-playing game shows, supporting Legend Seeker comes with some fun bonuses for the casts. Here's how it works. If you are a Copper or Common member on Discord or Patreon, you can give a $20 benefit to a player of your choice. Silver and Uncommon members can give 2 benefits to 2 players of your choice. If you go the YouTube route, you can give a $50 benefit to a player of your choice. And for the ultimate support, Gold and Mythic members on Discord and Patreon give a $20 benefit to 3 players of your choice. You can choose from all casts across Moonskull. Every bit of support goes directly towards making Legend Seeker a reality. It helps fund the art, writing, editing, and eventual publishing of the game. So, if you want to be a part of this journey and support our shows, join our Legendary tier on YouTube or become a member on Discord or Patreon. We couldn't do it without you, and we're excited to build Legend Seeker together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the game.
What do you people want from me? I mean, hi, I'm Froste. I'm totally a cheerful, wonderful person. Totally here to write lore and not be grumpy. So here we are to write lore for Legend Seeker and not be grumpy together. It's been a day, but I'm here to write stuff. Let's write about how human beings are lazy. No, I'm not actually grumpy. The day's just been long. It's Tuesday. I have a lot of meetings on Tuesdays. I just got done with some. Aha! Now I'm here. How are you all doing? One of those days. 2 dragon emojis. I don't know. That's a good question, Crescent. I don't know. Pumpkin headed scarecrow? Okay. Grumpiness is why there's words. Yeah, there we go. Words, written words. Meh. Words. Words. That was a ding from work, of course. That wonderful resonant ding. Okay, that's just a continuation of a thread that I stepped out of because I was done with for the day. So we're done. We're done for the day for that. We're going to work on stuff. At the moment, I'm writing some things up about the elves in Solinor, and then I'm going to do something different. I am going to be creating a couple of things. One is another little pirate haven I'm going to put out here somewhere. I don't know exactly where I'm going to put it. Okay, evidently I can no longer zoom in. Let me go to a different tool here once. Can I not zoom in and out of the map anymore? All right, we're going to close that. We're going to load it back up. I don't know. Sometimes the program just gets fused. It won't let me zoom in and out. I don't know why. Figure it out. You tell me. There we go. I can zoom in. So, yeah, I'm working on some stuff for Solinor, specifically the King's Island and a few other little notes and pieces. I'm going to work on another pirate haven. It's going to be, I think, somewhere out here. but I'm not 100% certain because I kind of was thinking maybe it should be way out on one of these islands that's like off of the coast. So I'm a little torn because the cool thing is if it's over here in this little chain of islands, which are relatively uninhabited because of all the storms everything go through, it's close to the Umbral Atoll. Now, if it's out here, it could be something that, you know, they prey on ships out here. I don't know. I'm thinking about that. Just toying with the idea right now. We on words and chair. We are simple folks. Oh, I can fix. I can't really turn myself off and have the chair here. I could do this. Let you see chair. Hello, chair says hello. But I can't quite do that. Crescent should try out for the ping pong team. She knows her way around a paddle. I didn't know she had a canoe. You keep it close to the Umbral Atoll, it could be used as a trap for anyone caught in the hurricane. Yeah, that's true. And, you know, the thing is, too, the people could try and make forays to see if they can find ships that are wrecked on the shoals around the outside of the hurricane and try and pick them clean. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm torn on that one right now. Let's see. I'm looking for some old English words quickly here. Select a letter. No, I don't care. What? That's not what I'm looking for. That was weird. Huh. Hmm. Llama freeze. I just accidentally scrolled in and out on that. Sorry for making your eyes freak out. I apologize. I had 3 lovely, wonderful, but needy cats doing nothing but bothering me all day during my meetings today. They wanted to be inside. I don't know why. It was like 80 something and humid. There's bugs and rabbits and butterflies and stuff to chase everywhere. They didn't care. They wanted to hang out with me. So I had Calvino sleeping on my lap, his brother Benji trying to crawl on my lap and walk on my keyboard at my machine over there, but also this machine. And I had Wolfie in here who wanted to be also part of the group, but he drools so much when he gets happy that I can't have him on my lap while I'm working because it's so gross. He's a sweet cat, but hot cat drool, blah. And then I went over to go work on my computer again, and I heard this weird noise. And I looked, and where the little arrow keys are, the 4 little arrow keys on the keyboard, Benji must have decided that he really wanted to chew on one of them because the key was off, and it was next to the keyboard. He didn't take it anywhere, but it was covered in spit, and there was spit on the keys. Like, great. So I got to clean my keyboard off. It was just all about cat spit today. It was great. It was great. It was fun. Hello, Dave. You slobber, yeah. And the thing is, these guys are from the same grandmother cat. She doesn't have this, but they've all gotten it, that they have pretty pronounced fangs, and they stick out when they're like happy. They're like, and their fangs stick out. And when they get really happy, some of them start drooling just a little bit because they're like, and I'm so happy that Calvino doesn't do it, which is why he's one of my favorite cats to have snuggle with me, because he's a dry cat. That cats for pugs, that's a lot of drool. It's all the fangs. Something in my eye here, just lightly trying to see if it's a hair, like an eyelash. I don't know why we don't call them eye hairs. Why do we call them eyelashes? Is it just because eye hair just sounds gross? Why don't we call these lashes? I don't know. I'm saying that like everybody has arm hair. Never mind. Never mind. Ignore me. All right. I did name a river here somewhere. Heart, proof. Alice. Let's see, that would be the east side. That would be the west side. So east, sun is rising. Okay, just thinking about something quickly. I'm sure moss enjoys a good cucumber. What? Cat's afraid of cucumber. It's on the internet, so it must be true. Can anyone confirm? My cats don't care. They see a cucumber and they're like, so anyway. So, is it Kibble? Kibble likes watermelon, and Kibble tried a bite or two of cucumber, and she was just like, no. Air lashings are different. Trying to pull out the lashing. No, never, Dave. Never. Never do that. I would never do it. What did I do here? I have, oh, I don't need to comment. Where did I put that thing? Let me go in my documents folder here because I thought I actually had this desktop. Where is my, oh, it's not my desktop. In my folders. Got so many documents in here. Rivers. Rivers and bodies of water naming conventions. All right. All right. Hey, now did I put that here on here or not? I don't think I named that on the map yet. Nope. Okay, good. Nobody likes Kibble. Oh, Kibble is my beautiful cat who is just, she's the sweetest kitty cat. Never has a problem with anything. If she wants up or she wants down, she just bumps your head onto your leg or pushes against you gently and just goes, "Meh." And you know what she wants. And nobody messes with her because if she's upset with you, she will smack you just lightly, which is with a quick pat right on the nose. And if you're a cat, you'll back off. If you're a person, you'll look at her and be like, huh? Mostly she just likes to be left alone so she can lounge and eat and snuggle. She's fun. Okay, wild grapes, the Goldville River. Boom. And we're also going to, the other thing I'm going to put out here is we're going to be coming up with some more elven enclaves because the elves, their homeland is here, but since they're very old, they've been everywhere. And they have little outposts and little hidden places where they used to be and little ruins and places they don't go back to all over the place, everywhere. Outposts and some things that they still go to in places. They have places up in the mountains. So we'll be coming up with some of those. They'll be cool to use for adventures. Moss is a queen. Female cats are called queens. Yes, I can't believe you called him soft. It took me a little bit to think of it. I'm like sitting there going, and then I was like, I think he's saying that he's. I think that's what it means. But I did check online because it's been a long time since I took Greek. So I looked and I'm like, okay, yeah, it's similar. So I kind of figured it out. So it wasn't a flawless execution on my part. What would we call this? What would we want to call this delta? it's vast, littered with ruins, but it's clear water heading out to the ocean. It is former site of a lot of what was a human city. Um, thinking. That word, oh, that, yeah, that's not gonna work. That doesn't really make sense. We'll go with, where's my translation thing here? Or translation thing. My search window. Yeah, DuckDuckGo is not very good at translating, I don't think. All right. All right, there's my website. What does it tell me here? Oh, Really? That's an interesting. That can mean a lot of different things. I'm just reading through a couple of these. That's kind of funny. I need to know what this word means. Because if I don't know what it means, the translation does not have a 5 in it. The word translation does not have a 5 in it. I'm just saying, I may have typed that wrong. That doesn't help. It gave me a translation, but it's all in, every bit of it is in Latin. Like, that doesn't really help. It's like, if I felt like translating an entire web page, that'd be great. Okay, that site doesn't actually do anything. Oh my gosh, there's so many crappy websites out here that it looks like they're just traps for people. Let's see. Okay, what does it mean? Proto-Indo-European root. Okay. All right, so when I look at these words together, if I were to try and piece something together about that, yep. Okay. DuckDuckGo is an odd one. Yeah, yeah. Soft references to feminine or Hey, Rory. I don't understand Latin enough to read about it. Not anymore. Back when I was taking it in college, yes, I did because I had to. But now Not so much. I don't get a lot of practice. Now, if I had learned it as a kid, I probably would remember it way better. Oops. I just need to find out one thing, because I think I may have changed how this city was destroyed, and I need to go find where I wrote that. Sepe. Yeah. Why am I not? Oh, there it is. Duh. Look in the list properly. You can find it, Frost. You can do it. You can do it. You got this. You got this. Positive affirmations for himself. All right, so we're going to say it was destroyed during the God Killer War, but put at the hands of oops. I spelled that right. Moragath. Against what I'm trying to think if I'd say mortal enemy, or if they would be nemesis. We'll say nemesis. Oh, this is fun because this is normally how writing goes. It's like I started writing one thing and I'm completely off on a different tangent of something that's right next to it to explain something inside it. Can't forward against her directly, especially with the lance. So you unleash his fury against. Be the best way to write that because he's not really destroying it. Because this used to be the area Prisepe was on. It had forks in the river that used to go through, but he destroyed the city and fouled everything else, and it took a while for it to break apart. right, there we go. You can do it mostly. Don't live when it happens. Footnotes and footnotes and footnotes. Yes. Didn't Perry Pratchett do that a lot? He'd have footnotes, but then sometimes do another footnote in there. I bet. I don't know. I'm going to go with yes. If you remember it that way, we'll go with yes. That's where we're at. That's where we're at today. All right. Boom. All right. Major agrarian port, which did brisk trade with the elves and supplied the mainland of Freyland for generations. It was destroyed during the God Killer War, leaving the area a ruin-filled delta. Its ruination came not at the hands of Grixis forces, but at the... Let's see. Those of the great dragon Morgoth, who tried to enlist the aid of the great city against his nemesis Viridithra, and the elves who she had allied with, since he could not foray against her directly, especially within the lands of Solinor. He unleashed his fury against the great city of Presepe and the beautiful wetlands it spanned. Oops. From, not form. Say we won't say they could only, they'll say they did watch. Talking about feet, are we? No! He's agreeing with me right off the bat. Must have been a really bad day at work. Yes, it was crazy. It was crazy. Never agree with Crescent. It's a rule I had to establish. Well. I don't know if that's a wise choice. When people say a generation of mankind, how long do you say? When you say a generation, what do you guys mean? Like a 30-year span, 10-year span, a whole lifetime of a person? Twenty to 30 years. That's usually what I think, but yeah. 40 years, Dave says. I have no idea really. Fantastic Sarcastic says 40 years. Just say it with a period like that, and that means you're totally right and nobody can question you. Right? Right. Let's see. Okay, so the Agrians had never forgiven their former elven allies for not interfering in this, just like it's festered for nearly a millennia. Okay, we'll just have them mad. All right. So where's my text here? So before we had talked about that great dragon when we were talking about the Foulstep Marshes, there's the great dragon Moragath, who is a black dragon, an ancient legendary black dragon who is, all about acid and poison and swampiness and grossness and all that stuff. But he's super powerful, and his rival nemesis is Viridithra, who's the dragon that lives in Solinor with a strange truce with the elves, who they fought in a war against each other a long time ago, but they came to an understanding. But because they're rivals and he doesn't like the elves much either, he tried to get this Agrian city, who is right near there, like, if we join forces, we could go take them out and we could, get them out of your way and you could have all this land. And they were like, no, these people are our allies. So he turned on the city and he destroyed it, while the elves and Viridithra basically sat on the island and watched for a whole day and night as he just dismantled this entire city and destroyed everything and made everybody flee. The Agrians never really forgave the elves or the dragon, but they didn't really know about the dragon exactly. They didn't know she was right there. But they've never really forgiven him. The elves were like, what were we going to do? We come out there, we would have left our tree undefended, and that's what he wants to destroy. So, sorry, I think we're going to keep one of the longest living trees that's been here since the beginning of creation alive instead of your small human city. Sorry. I think just as long as it takes to produce the next batch. Next batch! Yeah, like cookies, takes a lot of dough. Nice. Wow, Gino, that's horrible. And hello. That's horrible. All right, the Agrians never forgiven their former elven allies for not interfering in this dislike has festered, I'm just saying, for nearly a millennia. All right, we're gonna leave that part there. Yeah, we're gonna go back up to Solinor. Okay. Green heart. This is the greatest llama tree that exists. Is beloved of Arendor and is one of the habitable fives. Okay, good. Especially red apples. Wow. In my 40s, I can relate to both my co-workers. In their 20s and 60s, I can't relate to each other. Yay for being the middleman. Yay! They like hugging them so much, let's nail them to a whole forest of trees. Oh, I forgot. I totally agree with Nuggy Smalls. Wait. Yeah. Wait, what do you agree with her about? Uh-oh. I'm scared. Is what I'm sure the people of the city would have said. Ah, there you go. Wow, that's pretty bad too. That is pretty bad too. All right, the High Hill, the High Kel, Candace and Oracles, Ancient Defenses, Port Hallis. Okay. All right. Okay, true homeland. They once ranged far and wide across the world. It's a common practice for the adventuring or traveling elves to return to Solar once every decade or so, usually during a notable celestial event. Okay, wild grapes growing around the Lammas trees. Okay, neither group enters the other kingdom very often. All right. Well, he's not wrong. Damn, Gino. You stole him off the YouTube shorts. Ah, okay. Soon you'll not be able to relate to the youngest generations. We had a meeting today, and one of our producers was playing music from his Spotify list in it, and it was just this crap. Literally, it was crap. And out there, if you're out there, buddy, and you're watching this, it was crap, and I told you that in the meeting, in front of everybody, because it was just some dude doing some weird low talking with lo-fi sounds in the background. It was some, I don't know, it was like somebody named Ginger or something. I don't know what it was, but it was horrific and it sucked. And I said, wow, they just put anything on the internet these days, don't they? It doesn't even have to be music. And he's like, wow. I said, yeah, I'm looking at the rest of your list. I don't see any music in there. He's like, wow. And so I said, well, if you're gonna have this going, I'm just gonna pop my headphones off my ears until the meeting starts. Just wave at me. I'll see the movement. And I just sat there with my headphones like this until the meeting started because people were wildly waving for me. I'm like, hey, I'm back. It was god awful. And if that's what people consider music, I fear for humanity. It was, ugh. And I'm sure whoever makes that stuff is like a bajillionaire or a millionaire or something at least, or a thousandaire. I don't know. They've got money, I'm sure, because there are people who listen to it and just eat that crap up. And I asked him, I said, oh, okay, well, what's this song about? He said, I don't know. I just like the sound of it. I said, well, what are the words? He said, I don't know. I just like the sound of it. I'm like, you're killing me, Smalls. So, there, old man rant for you. Sorry, I have to snip off the end of my fingernail here because, there we go. I chopped a notch in it this afternoon somehow. And there you go. Now it's not going to bug me. Anyway, mumble rap? I don't know what the hell it was. Yeah, I like anything. I like lyrics. I like songs with lyrics. They don't even have to be the best singer in the world. As long as they've got good words and some music that's actually entertaining, I'm good with it. If they're a fantastic singer, great. That's great. But the song's got to have something for me. And there are even some just nonsense songs that are kind of fun. But, you know, they have words in them that mean something, even if they're just weird. It's not like trollololol. Oh, I mean, it's technically not words. Sorry, I'm just reading through stuff while I'm ranting here. I sent somebody a Tom Lehrer song, who's a younger person at work, because they had made a mention about pigeons, and I was like, here, Poisoning Pigeons Park. And he's like, dude, that song has way too many words. What do you mean? He's like, it was like this guy singing a whole story. I'm like, the hell do you think a song is? I just stared at him in the meeting. I'm like, what? How did we get to this? How did it come to this? What can man do against this reckless hate? I just want to run down a line of spears like Theoden, clinking my sword against them and just yell, death! And then charge. Speaking of songs, Chrysanthe still owes me, poor unfortunate souls. Really, does she? All right, then. God, I have kick over here, and I don't have kick. Begone, bot! So, Chrysanthe, I'm going to answer your question over there. How many people were supposed to do things and didn't? Lots. And one of the people who's a technical person asked me a question and said, since you know how this works, has this been done? And I said, nope. He said, okay, well, we'll get on him and we'll ask. And I'm like, oh, I've already asked. He's like, oh, okay, well, we're in the process. I said, nope, I asked 6 months ago. And the response was, probably not going to really make a difference for us. And so now people are like, hey, that would make a difference. Oh. I feel like Chris Pratt sometimes from Parks and Rec, where I'm like, oh, I love it. But I don't, because it means I'm going to have to do more work. But it's kind of nice being the person who gets to stand and look at things from an outside perspective. Right. All right, so we're going to... All right, we're going to put that there. I have to go back to... Recipe. And... All right, I'm going to cut that out of there. Let's see. Let's put it here. We're going to put this here. Oh, we're going to take that part out. Rework this sentence. Okay, there we go. That explains it better. Anyway, I'm amazed at how many people still don't know how to do things after years. Yes. Metal where the singer isn't properly enunciating. No, it was definitely not metal. It was just some low-fi crappy thing. I had someone message me all day about a ticket problem that I fixed last week and told her about it. Oh dear. Amazing how if you do things once, everybody considers me the expert. Hey, you show skill and or drive and or the ability to push something to completion. You're the man. Okay, doesn't understand the dragon's names. That's fine. I don't really care. Distance is the aggregate toughness, otherwise fury. All right, so this is the green heart. This is Persepe. This is the, as I put it, the Paludis virecta. The swampy, morassy plants. Basically a green swamp. Trained so many people that are older than I am, they can't use a computer to save their lives, only type with their index fingers. I'm surprised how many people don't know how to type and never took a typing class. I had it. It was required in my high school. But we typed on actual typewriters. And then later on computers. But when I took it, it was electric typewriters. IBM Selectric typewriters. Dad types like that, and it drives my mom and I nuts every time we see him do it. Leave for 2 weeks on Sunday for another one. Woohoo! Well, good luck. We'll see. Get rid of that comma. Sphere in the great city Persephone and the beautiful wetlands expand. Nearly a millennium. There we go. Let me guess. He types Google in the URL bar, still to click on the Google link. Well. I know somebody who still types in www dot when they go to a website. Believe it or don't. Or I'm just reading through this section again to see where it is. I'm not sorry. I'm just reading. I'm telling you, I'm reading through this to see where we're at. All right, so we've got more information on Persepe. We've got more information on the Green Heart. We've got the Goldfield River. We have the other river. Okay. I have to make a half-hour drive to my mom to plug in a cable this weekend, then a half-hour back. Oh, good luck. Maybe you'll get a cookie. You get cookies when you go do that? If so, half an hour well spent. Let's say amongst. That all makes sense now. All right. A form of learned helplessness. Yep. It's funny that you mentioned learned helplessness because that's one of the things that I was doing even more research on for my the sequel to my first book. All right, where did I put this? So my old English thingy tells me. Okay, that still works. Interesting. A fen is called a modica. Huh. Okay. A mangrove swamp is an Uca palus. Swamp fever paludis. Okay. Catantum. Okay. All right. There we go. That's a word. It's a whole set of words. Oh, the words. Oh, it's more of a brother that can't go 5 blocks to do it. Oh dear. That's not good. Well, you could be the kind of person that instead of has learned helplessness can do the have the learned optimism. All right. Um, Hello, Cajun Corey. How you doing? Working on some lore about cities and things around over near the elves over here. But now I'm going to be moving on to a pirate outpost. And I'm still kind of looking at this area out here. Let's see. Where are we going to put it though? Because Agrium is there. I think we're going to put it under Nausolvo. Because Nausolvo is placed at, well, the shipping clan kind of hails from. Not surprised, stupidity of people in this world knows no bounds. One guy walked up to me when I worked in produce and asked me, "Do you sell chainsaws?" How the hell would I know? Good, just got out of the shower and about to start cooking dinner. Nice. Hopefully you got dressed first, because you should always wear clothing while cooking. I'm just saying. And I got a lot of mosquito bites when I was out today. Holy cow. Lots of little ones. All right, so uh, look at something about islands, desert or not desert islands, but or if you're savvy, just wear clothes. I am dressed. It'd be weird if I was. Well, you just said you got out of the shower. You didn't mention the other part, like getting dressed and all that stuff. So I'm just checking. Just checking. All right. So amongst the rocky, I'm calling this place Thunder Bay, not because of the place in Canada, but Thunder Bay because it's near Thalassa's Ire, the storm, thundering waves and crashing breakers and everything. So it's a very loud place. Amongst the rocky isles off the southeast coast of Agrim is a small atoll, which shields a verdant isle from the worst after effects of Thalassa's Ire. On the leeward side of this isle, if one can reach it, is a hidden deep water port, partially concealed in a sheltered cave mouth, where Brotherhood of Pirates has made their base. Let's see. What's a good name for this guy? He's another Tallman. He's a hobbit. No, we're not going to make him a hobbit pirate, or small folk pirate. We're not going to do that. We're not going to make a halfling. I had a good name yesterday. What was it? I don't remember what it was now because I didn't write it down. Dang. Huh. I'm going to write a couple of names down here. Now we're calling him Jude Hastings. That just sounds like a fun name. Otherwise known as the Judge. Judge's ire. Organized and run by the so-called pirate lord Jude Hastings, otherwise known as the Judge, this place is a loose confederation of thieves and anarchists, mainly kept in check by the promise of profit and the absolute certainty of the Judge's ire if they step too far out of line. Is still so present. More than 24 pirate crews berth and sail from Thunder Bay, with more eager to join since its location is still unknown to the Agrian pirate hunting fleet. Let's see. An old person couldn't work the charger on her phone, asking the phone stop worker to fix it by unfolding the prongs or saying their Facebook isn't working because lost email. And her new phone. 5 months in the ISO cubes. Like, done them too far offline. Exactly. You can step out of line, just not too far. You're a bunch of anarchists and pirates. You gotta let them have their fun, right? All right, so we're going to put this place. We're going to put this place. Going to be on this little rock right here. Let's get to our here. Get it set to the right font. Make it a little bit smaller. And boom. Let's see here. By the way, am I roboting kind of badly, or am I okay? Because I've been downloading something and it's been paused on some files there and it's kicking again. So let me know. Why are we talking about my people? Anarchist. You can step out of line, but you have to impress me while you do it. Not hearing roboting. Okay, well, let me know if I start roboting and I will kill the download because it may be causing problems. Thank you. Excellent. Let's see. Thunder Bay is there. Yay, I'm good. Thank you. Watch, now that I've mentioned it, it's going to probably go crazy and just go blah, 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 blah. Or something like that. Oops, what did I just click on? There we go. Well, I guess I'll save that. That's fine. I'm just trying to find a specific picture right now. Because I had this saved up. Here we go. There we go. That's the image I needed. Save that image. Okay, we're going to go into my correct folder here. Where did it go? Okay. More fitting term you're looking for is libertines, not anarchists. No, these guys are anarchists. These guys they're not all about freedom because they're totally about like enslave and take and destroy. I mean, the pirate lord himself is not an anarchist, but these people, they just don't want any rule of law. They just want to see the world burn, technically. Now, the libertines may be more applicable to the weirdos over in Concordia, but they're also not very good at what they do. So that would probably make any libertines very upset. The atoll was once home to a wizard long ago, and he left behind a rune tower, now used as a lighthouse. And so the atoll was once home to a wizard long ago, and he left behind a ruined tower, now used as a lighthouse, and more than one hidden vault where he'd been studying the ruins left by a group of Kerr that had settled here in ancient days. The Kerr were the precursors to the Kruru, who are the amphibian people who live on the atoll. They built like crazy cool ruins and all this technological stuff that was really magically advanced, and they built really interesting buildings and powered things with the mana stream. And they also fell to ruin because they were a bunch of idiots. Smart idiots. Smidiots. And this wizard out here basically had created a little safe space from the worst part of the storm because he was studying. So there's a bit of protection on this island, but they don't know that they're just benefiting from it. Ooh. Don't know this. Okay. Remind me to send my gold benefits this weekend before I leave on Sunday. Don't forget. Understand what you're trying to convey, but it's linguistically incorrect. Well, you can say that. You can say that. I need another drink. Where is my old English stuff here? Oh, something kicked off over there. What did that? Oh, it's just grabbing lots of files. I mean, just like I looked and my webpage just started going. Circle, 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 circle. What is... Okay. What is it doing? Wow, it must have really kicked up. Okay. Hmm? Okay. It's just taking its own sweet time. Okay. I see the header of my page. Okay, I'm just going to close it and reload it. All right. Did it? Oh. No. I'm going to close a couple more tabs here. There we go. Now it popped up. Okay. All right. And... Old English. Like Old Spice. Yes. I don't know. I don't even know how to pronounce that word. Yeg stream? Large stream which drains a lab mass. Okay. Yeah. It's literally an EA. Okay. I guess it technically means river. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. The river. Oh, anyway, so yeah, I was trying to find I was looking for something else in Old English. I was looking for the word for tower. How about we search for it? Tower. Tower over tolerate? No, we want tower. Tor? Toweird? Weird? Is it? Oh, it's just spinning. I'm like, I clicked the button. I think my build is killing my internet now. Natural outlaws. Well, I'm looking at the definition between them as like libertarians a lot of time, or libertines are mostly like self-rule, self-directed, and whatever. And anarchists are completely opposed to rule. Like, it's the spine definition, but they hate, the anarchists are like, I hate government, I hate all this stuff, and I don't want anybody to rule anyone, as opposed to the other people kind of being more like, well, we're self-rule, and it's mostly just a way of looking at it. So these guys are the violent anarchists. They need another violent anarchist to keep them in line. But it's possible, like I said, that the actual, what do you call it? The pirate lord guy, he could be more of a libertine. Oh. Okay, so tower is a masculine noun that means the structure is tor. Or Cliffian is to be considerably taller than. Oh, that's the verb. Okay. I didn't ask for the verb, but sure, thanks. All right. I'm going to check something really quickly. Wow, a lot of people are reacting very interestingly to Ozzy Osbourne's death. I mean, the guy wasn't doing all that well. Not surprising. I feel bad for him and his family, but, you know. Anything to Oxen's head. Venetian variant. All right. not the oldest structure on the island, but whoops. Oh my gosh, I just typed some of those letters properly. What's its name? Runa. No, it's not a Runa, it's a rune. I can get myself into so much trouble by doing all the right things at all the wrong times. No, it's clicking on all the wrong words. I kind of want to read about Murray Rothbard now, though, Shadow Warden, and Natural Outlaws, because I don't know anything about it. What? I mean, he was like 80. Just get here and here Ozzy is dead. Yep. I don't know who Bakunin is either. I know who Marx is. Anti-monarchy. Yeah, I was a little surprised he got to 76. I mean, he partied pretty hard. I saw a joke the other day, and I don't know, one of you guys may have put it over into memes. It was Keith Richards. I think it's, what did it say? It said something along the lines of he left everything to his daughters so it can revert back to him when they die. I'm like, that's kind of horrible to think about. Built a fires to build a massive lamp on the roof. They fuel with whale oil. The horror! You evil whalers. Ozzy didn't die. He went back to take back his throne. Oh, nice. Political nonfiction book collection is about 10 times as big as my fiction book collection. Ah, nice. Oops, lit, light, light, lit, lit, light, light, lit. I'm just happy that it's not all anime books. Because I see so many people that are like, look at my library. And 99% of it's anime books. I'm like, where is it? Is it behind all the comic books? And they get mad at me. They're like, they're not comic books. It's anime and manga. I was like, manga, huh? I'm like, manga. I'm such a jerk. Yeah. And they're like, oh, well, you'll notice that these are all numbered and they go this direction. I'm like, yes, I'm well aware that they don't read the same direction. That's fine. Got it. I did discover somebody that does comedy in some kind of a what they call a weeb voice, and it made me want to punch her. Like, well, if that's the way they talk in those things, I'm glad I don't watch them because I would just could turn it off, go do something better with my life. Something like that. Oh, free in PDF format. Nice. I know who Mises is. And one of my weirdly enough, if you've never watched the what is it? It's a rap battle, but it's Heinz versus or Hayek versus Keynes, whatever that Keynesian guy, that idiot that everybody follows, even though he's completely wrong. And they should be listening more to Hayek. But the first one's okay. The second one is really good, really well done. I think I'm gonna have to put this in another one. There we go. Keys. It is just keys then. Yeah. Excuse me. We'll say that built it, but it does have the rune of left engraved. What's its name? All right, we're gonna keep that there. I'm gonna have to make myself a coffee in a little bit. This is nice, but I kind of want a coffee. And honestly, if I make a coffee, you guys will get chair. You guys want some chair time? You want some time with your favorite chair? I think you mean Lord Keys. Didn't he get made a lord or a sir or something like that? Didn't he get sirred up? Here you go. Chair. It's the chair. Enjoy. If I can get around my stuff here. There we go. Coffee is taking forever to make. Attempt not to trip over here. I cannot. That'd be good. How'd Chair do? Chair say anything untoward? Anything bad? Live reaction time. Sometimes Keynesian economics and New Deal happen. Actual fascist influencing the policies of the New Deals. Well, that's how you get ants, people. That's how you get ants. Or fascists or something. It's kind of surprising how many people don't understand fascism. Kind of surprising. Look at you people. Ooh, Chair said I need to play more Metroidvania style games. Well, guess what, everybody? I'm going to take Chair out behind the shed and old yeller it now. I'll be back. Sorry, Chair. Come on with me. Never. I could probably play one someday. Mussolini did love Keynes economics. Always an aunt, never an uncle. Wah, wah. Chair doesn't sit well with me. At least he didn't say Chair's got a cushy job. That would have been horrible. Who'd say something like that? Not I. Totally not I. Yeah, about that. All right, so Thunder Bay, amongst the rocky isles off the southwest coast of Agrium, is a small atoll which shields a verdant isle from the worst after effects of Thalas's ire. On the leeward side of this isle, if one can reach it, is a hidden deepwater port partially concealed in a sheltered cave mouth where a brotherhood of pirates has made their base. Organized and run by the so-called pirate lord Jude Hastings, otherwise known as the Judge, this place is a loose confederation of thieves and anarchists, mainly kept in check by the promise of profit and the absolute certainty of the Judge's ire if they step too far out of line. At present, more than 24 pirate crews berth and sail from Thunder Bay, with more eager to join since its location is still unknown to the Agrian pirate hunting fleet. I'm gonna leave it as anarchist because I want to cause Shadow Warden conniptions in Nozaku style. Conniptions! Where's Nozaku boy? He hasn't been in here for a while. Did I give him too many conniptions? Maybe. At present, more than 24 pirate crews berth and sail from Thunder Bay, with more eager to join since this location is still unknown to the Agrian pirate hunting fleet. The atoll was once home to a wizard long ago, and he left behind a ruined tower, now used as a lighthouse, and more than one hidden vault where he had been studying the ruins left by a group of Cur that had settled here in the ancient days. I'll say ancient days. His magical constructs are what keeps the worst effect of the last ire at bay, though the pirates don't know this. Tor Aleph, the wizard's tower that is now used as a lighthouse, is not the oldest structure on the island, but it is one of the most intact. No one knows who the wizard was that built it, but it does have the rune Aleph engraved above the main entrance, thus its name. Pirates have built a massive lamp on the roof that they fuel with whale oil, keeping it lit in harsh storms to warn their brethren off the rocks and into the safety of the bay. There's a delay? Ah, okay. I wasn't sure if it was my build. So, don't know. Hopefully not. Maybe. Guess we'll find out. Let's see here. What else do we want to say about this island? We'll talk about the pirates a little more. Ooh. Godland, shipping a pay portion of the takes to the judge. But occasionally so. They launch raids on the Godland's shipping and pay a portion of their takes to the judge, but occasionally skirt the edges of the last desire to plunder any wrecks that have not gotten pulled into the storm. Whoa. Fully pulled into the storm. I like swallowed better. Swallowed by the storm. There we go. Makes us feel more alive. Angry, hungry. Also skirt the edges. Okay. Etymologically wrong. Ow. Crack. There goes my knee. Ow. Sorry. Where would what else would I put in here? So I have them launching the raids in the Godlands, paying a portion of their stuff to the judge, occasionally also skirt the edges of the ire to plunder wrecks and not been swallowed by the storm. What other fun stuff could we say about a bunch of weird pirates on an island? What can we say? Crack like an ice pack. Yeah, my knee was bugging me yesterday because well, just it was hot and humid and really fun. And when I laid down on the couch last night to watch TV, the cats came over and flopped on me. And when they flop, they're like very excited to lay in a very specific position. And normally Calvino will lay up near me up here. Benji will lay somewhere else. Benji laid right here and curled up and laid his head on my arm. I'm like, okay, what the heck? And Calvino laid down next to my knee and put his head and his paws up on my knee like this and fell asleep. So my knee was laying sideways while I was watching TV. And then after an hour of that, I'm like, my knee is starting to hurt in this position. I moved him and he's just like flexing, like, don't move. I finally did move and I'm like, oh, wow, that was a horrible position to leave my knee in for that long. It just really hurts now. I think also we have a storm maybe coming in. I don't know. So that could be it. Probably why I'm all grumpy too. Or maybe I'm just me. Maybe. Just saying. I can put some more of that smelly stuff on my knee, though it doesn't really do much. I don't know. I could try it again. It's just so damn strong. I don't like the smell of it. I'll put some hot sauce on my knee. That'll fix it, right? Or Greek, I'd put Windex on it. It'd fix everything. Yeah, he pinned it. He pinned it in a very fun position and then just sat there with his body heat just. So I don't know if he knew my knee was sore and he was trying to be down there and snuggle next to it and purr away the pain, but him pinning it didn't really help. It did not help. All right. I lost my. There we go. No thanks. There we go. Those heat bags you microwave with water, those help a lot. Nope, I don't. I just got cats. I barely even have pain medication in my house. The closest thing I have to like a heat pad or anything is the thing I put on the floor for the cats down here on the concrete floor. I've got 2 more of these left. Like I said, I've had this bottle for a long time, but I'm almost to the end of it. I'm taking it to leave. Nature's heat bags. That purr, yep. Left my door open this weekend. Lucy, the little kitty, jumped into my bed with me and the dog, and I woke up with her laying between my legs. They'll do that. They'll just be like... That's awesome. As long as he knew she was there. I had to be careful back when little Bucky was a little baby kitten, because since I fed her and she thought I was her mom and dad or whatever, she'd snuggle right down here in my beard or wherever and sleep, and I'd fall asleep and I'd roll over and she'd be like right here up under my ear, and I'd roll and I just hear a like, oh, can't roll too far, I'm gonna smush her. And she would just move around. She was such a good cat. Such a good kitty cat. And I talked to the person who has her sister, because she had a little sister cat that was not really her sister, but they looked very similar. It was another little stray that I had. Black and white, similar. Yeah, similar. Her name was... what did they name her? I can't remember. They gave her an anime name, Muka Shushibashi. I don't know. It was some weird name that I didn't understand. When I had her, she was named Marshmallow, because she looked like a little marshmallow. But they said that she's doing really well, and they didn't want to get her fixed. They're like, oh, she's going to be an inside cat. We won't get her fixed. And I was like, well, get used to yowling. They're like, yeah, it's fine. We'll be normal. So she got out, found a boyfriend. And then when I talked to him and I told her that that Bucky had passed, they were like very sad, but they said, you can have one of Mushy, whatever her name was, kittens. And I was like, the last thing I need are more cats right now, but thank you. And it was funny because the cats, she's a black and white cat, and I guess the boy cat that got together with her, or may have been more than one boy who got with her. They were an interesting mix, because one of the black and white, mostly black and white kittens, his right foreleg was kind of like tawny, like gold cat, like yellow cat. I'm like, that's a weird mix. He's kind of cool looking, but he like had one golden arm. So they were gonna give him some anime name again, because that's what they do. Evidently, there's a guy in an anime with a golden arm or something like that. Yep. ZD would love forcing my legs into a pretzel and lay right in the middle of them. Yep. You wake up in agony the next day. Exactly. She moved around my room and knocked stuff down and meowed. She eventually got in bed and slept. Ah, nice. You're not surprised it was a ginger cat? Yeah, yeah. I was feeding the cats this morning. I'm reading through this really quickly. I was feeding the cats this morning, and Rusty jumped up onto the counter, and I looked at him, and I was like, "What do you get off the counter?" And he just looks at me, and he walks over, and he goes, "Meow," and his rusty meow, and headbutts me, and I like started petting him, and he leaned into it, and all of a sudden he just goes, "Whoa." Totally fell off the counter because he was leaning into it and didn't even pay attention, and he just went warp. He landed fine like cats do, and then he just immediately was like, "Yeah, I meant to do that." Just started cleaning himself off like dork. Ah, the orange cats. My friends had 2 orange cats when they got them as kittens, and they were little terrors, but they were pretty damn smart cats, for especially for orange cats. But they were little dictators. So one was named Adolf, one was named Benito. They were fun cats. They were very fun cats. Huh. Midas. Well, I don't think he's, unless they made an anime character called Midas. Orange cats, millions of them in the world, will share the same brain cell. It's a hive. Not very good at making cat noises. It's all the damn cat language being spoken around me. It's like I'm immersed in a foreign country sometimes. All right, what was I doing here? I got some time left. So we've got the pirate. We've got the stuff about the wizards. Do I want to put anything about other things out here? Like I kind of like the idea that there's a massive turtle that lives out here somewhere, like the size of a small ship. What would we call him though? Jeff. The island that is a turtle. No? My build's still downloading. Oh, hey. 96% of the way done. Sweet. Not helping me while I'm trying to download something or click on a web page here, but it's almost done. It totally unrelated because I always have 14 different things going on in my head. Have any of you ever read anything by Solzhenitsyn? Have you ever read One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich? Okay, here we go. Um, Uh, Harry the Turtle. Eltarian. If any island could be called Tortuga, it's that one. uh let's okay. That's weird. Huh. That's an interesting set of words to have linked together. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted by a little bit of a etymological hole. Okay, shell. Put that at heading 6. Why did I just hear a cat meow? One of you guys sneak down here at some point and I didn't notice it? There should be 0 cats in the basement at the moment. Hello? Almost sounded like Pearl, but she couldn't have gotten down here because, well, she shouldn't have because she was upstairs last time I looked. Maybe one of them just made a loud enough noise that I really heard it. I don't hear any more noises. Okay. Or I'm hearing things. Oh no. Is the mind the first thing to go? Or the memory? Skipperback. I like Skipperback. Sheldon, name the turtle Sheldon. All right, I like the name. I like the word skip back. So what I'm doing, her name is Aig, A-I-E-G, which is technically sort of a bastardization of a few different words in Old English that mean an island. But I like skip back, so I've called her, she was a testa. She is a massive and ancient skip back testa. So it's a variety of testa. So, and the testa basically just means tessuto. It's Latin for shell or whatever. But she's going to be a skip back testa, but she's massive. She's the size of an island. So she's got everything. She's got a whole ecosystem on her back. Birds, barnacles, coral, all kinds of stuff. Oop, what did I click on? Uh-oh. I loaded a page. That's not what I wanted to do. Go back. There we go. I don't know what I clicked on. They never stop growing, so the really old ones are freaking massive. Yeah, I think that if they don't get killed or eaten or something, it's just as like, it grows to the size of its container. And the ocean's big. Are you trying to get Crescent to kill you? I think he's trying very hard. Oop, I just minimized that. Oh man, I thought I closed all my windows for a second. I was going to be displeased with myself. All right, I've got 7 minutes here. All right, we're going to get rid of that space there. Uh, he has had numerous children over the centuries. Their current hatchlings live on the islands near Thunder Bay. We'll go following. Wonder if I should put... There's an entire ecosystem on her back and following in her wake, in addition to coral and barnacles attached to her shell. Wonder if I should mention... let's say... Yeah, entire ecosystem on her back and following her wake, in addition to coral and barnacles attached to her shell, birds nest in the trees. We'll say in her trees. Yeah. And more than one shipwreck victim has ridden her to safer waters. She's had innumerable children over the centuries. Her current hatchlings live on the islands near Thunder Bay. Okay, there we go. Come on, Fantastic Sarcastic. Are you trying to get Crescent to kill you? Are you? Are you really doing it? Inquiring minds want to know. Yeah, I wasn't sure because I don't know enough about like sea turtles and things. When they lay their eggs and they leave, I believe, and leave them to their own devices, I don't think they travel around together. I mean, I could make the skip back test as I could make these guys different. I mean, duh, I have the internet right in front of me. I could just cannot be uploaded because the server's too busy. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Baby sea turtle facts. Let's see. Let's see what we can co-opt here from these. Sorry, somebody said, "What do baby sea turtles do after they hatch?" And one person was like, "If they're anything like my kids, they stay around the house until they're 30." I don't think that's how sea turtles work. All right. Sea turtle facts. Blah 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 blah. 1 in 1,000 chance. Yep, that's why she's had innumerable children. Egg tubes. Blah blah blah. Dig themselves out of the sand. Okay, their baby sea turtles are abandoned by their mothers. They only eat underwater. Okay. You like the idea of a giant sea turtle or a silent island turtle? Yep. That's cook some bone and wings in the air fryer, and 2 of them I have that wizard hot sauce on. Ooh. Yes. Yes, I want mine now. I will take it through the little teleporter box I have over here. You have one, right? Just put it in there, and it'll come out here. I'm waiting for my wings. No wings have appeared. Dang it. I tried. Fine. No teleporting wings for me. I'll be okay. So, Aig is the migrating island. Yeah, we'll decide how big she is here. All right, we're going to just step that. I'm not going to add that part. I'd like some of the flat ones, please. Both. Not as hot as you thought it would be. Oh, well, that's good. Flavor over fire. I like it. Oh, what did I get? I got a message. I'll go to message. Oh, you know, I just realized I gotta check something. All right, I'm gonna end the stream here because I gotta probably go to my game. I forgot that it's starting now. So I am going to get the heck out of here. So everybody leave some comments and likes, please. And I will see you all on Thursday. I'll see you all tomorrow night on Wednesday After Dark as well. But I'll see you back here for Thursday and then Friday for Strange Eons. So have a good time. Don't do anything crazy. Enjoy your wings if you're having wings. And if you're not having wings, just everybody get grumpy with Cajun Corey for taunting us with wings. Damn you, Cajun Corey. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you for coming on by. Leave comments. Push that like button. Smack it. Throw a wing at it. Whatever you're going to do.